It's an early morning. Okay, so one of the things that I did just kind of like in preparation to make this a little bit easier is I'm going to start talking about specific elements. In this case, we're going to talk about columns. And so I've gone into the settings and basically created three sets of columns that are noticeably different from each other, so that visually we can see in the list structure kind of what's going on. Just because it's a little bit easier than the presets, which are typically very similar to each other. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start by typing in the family type node. And this will help us bring up different family types in Dynamo. For those of you who slept through the last two tutorials, basically all of the elements that you need, if you go into the sidebar and you go under the Revit taskbar, you can see that you have all of these elements and family types. So if you do get lost and you need to select it, you could always go to the side, go under Revit, and then under Selection, you will find a lot of the properties that we're going to be talking about today. And I'll show you a few different I want to call them widgets, but Dynamo probably has its alternative name for it. That will help you kind of map out the points that you need, and then create values and list structures to map out columns, structural beams, and many other elements, which will be useful in the future. So what we're going to do first is we're going to call up the family type component. And what you'll see here is a drop-down menu which has an entire library of family types and instances that you can scroll down. And we're going to go down to the rectangular column, which you can actually, if you type out M rectangular, will bring it up. But we'll start with a 300 by 300 column, and we'll also go down and we'll select the other ones as well. Now, if you hold down Control, that's a quick and dirty way to basically bring up multiple of the same components. And so what we'll do is we'll go down, we'll get the 600, and we'll get the 900 millimeter columns. Your presets are going to be a little bit different. This is really just to help me demonstrate what's going on a little bit easier. But you'll find that yours are 450 or 500, quite close together. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at creating a list with these columns. And so the command for the list is list create. And this just helps you organize your elements. So if you click on the addition sign here, you'll get as many items as you require with your family types. And then if you click on the family type and then click on the item 0, item 1, and item 2, what you'll have is you'll have a list of all of the elements together, which if you bring up the watch, which is the Dynamo equivalent of the panel tool, you'll be able to click onto the list and you'd be able to don't know why that didn't. Well, it would be able to show you kind of the entire list that you have running at the moment. Oh, that's why. Oh, well, it'll come up, I'm sure. And so what you'll be able to do from here is you'll be able to go into the search bar, and you'll be able to retrieve different items by getting item at index. And this is actually where my problem was before. So if you take the list here and you plug it into the get list item at index, you'd be able to bring up a number or a number slider, which I will demonstrate here. And if you select the number slider, and let's say we only want 3 values because we have 3 columns. Go. What we would be able to do is, I'm not quite sure why the watch widget isn't visualizing the outputs.
I think it's a glitch, because sometimes if you close it and restart, it comes back, but a lot of times it disappears.
Oh, so it's really just Dynamo being a little bit difficult? Okay, so I'm going to... If it is a glitch, then might as well just restart it. Which is great, because we get to recap on everything that happened in the past 5 minutes. So, we'll bring up the family types again. We'll go into M. Grab this guy here. $600 and 900 by 900. We will get the list create tool again, and then fingers crossed, because this is the first time that has happened to me. No, it's still doing that.
If you try, you have to automatic at the bottom. Try putting manual and just
So you're saying switch to manual and then switch back to automatic, and it
when you do it manual, click run, it doesn't always run.
All right, let's Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, because it should, because that in itself was a new operation. Okay, sorry guys, just try one more time, because if it's not connecting, then there's